Hello everyone, welcome to today's topic under the module of creativity, innovation, and design thinking. And the topic for today is TRIZ. TRIZ is basically a method in the series of the various inventive or creative methods. As we started with some methods of collective brainstorming, then individual brainstorming, then scamper method was there, six thinking hats was there, 8D approach was there. So in the series, the next method is TRIZ, which is called as the theory of inventive problem solving. So the agenda for today will be what is TRIZ, then we will learn about the background of TRIZ, then what is the difference between innovation and invention, then what are the various levels of invention, then we will talk about ideal final result and ideality. Then we will see the challenge case of industrial problem solving. Then we will see TRIZ problems, 39 TRIZ features, then TRIZ contradiction matrix, 40 Altshuler principle, and finally we will take one holistic example of TRIZ. So I welcome you all to this lecture. We will start. So what is TRIZ? It is a Russian acronym and the translation of which in English is Theory of Inventive Problem Solving. So, whenever we talk about the industrial or corporate problems, and as we aware of the fact that such problems are to be handled or addressed in a creative manner, because the dimension of the problem is never in a single domain. So, whenever we solve such corporate or industrial problems, we think about the best solution rather than the first solution. So we never go for a single solution and applying it. We work upon the concept of lateral thinking. So we find multiple solutions first, then we evaluate them, and then we find the best solution to implement. But now the thing is, are these industrial problems common across all the industries of same nature? And if they are common, then can we generalize the solution of one problem in one industry to the similar problem in other industry? And what are the advantages of this generalization? So if you are having any problem in your own industry, can you generalize the solution which you have found out by applying various techniques, which is called as your creative solution? Are you happy and are you ready to share that solution to others? Number one. And number two, is that solution so generalized that others can apply that solution in the similar problem of their industries? And the third is, what is the advantage of this sharing? Okay, so the answer to all these questions is one word, that is invention. So if my outcome of problem solving is any kind of invention, then I can ultimately declare it, generalize it, and even monetize it to some extent. So this TRIZ is the method of inventive problem solving. Means apart from getting the problem solved, we should also have some invention of some kind as an outcome of our efforts, time, and cost. So whenever we solve some problem, we invest our time, we invest our efforts, and we invest some cost. So this investment should give us return in the form of any kind, and this is possible when the outcome of our problem solving is invention. Then the background of TRIZ. So TRIZ was proposed by G.S. Altshuler. He was working in the Soviet Navy Patent Office, And in 1948, he wrote a letter to Comrade Stalin wishing to help the motherland to do better invention. So he was always in the opinion of motivating the inventors to do better inventions as he was working in the patent office. And the same problem is India dealing with now. If you compare the US patents and Indian patents, the number and quality of the Indian patents are much more or less. They are not at all competitive with US patent office. So by this method and by this subject offered to you in the level of first year, we hope and we wish that you all should develop any patent in your future whenever you are working on some project, some problems. Okay. Then in 1950 he got arrested for investor sabotage, uh, but that's his negative side. Keeping it aside, there is an Art Schuller Institute of TRIZ at USA. This institute provides TRIZ certifications to all those who want to get certified, and they also take up the consultancy work. Then we will talk about the main difference between innovation and invention. So the word innovation is now not unfamiliar to us. We have repeated this word in this module many times. So right from starting, we are talking about creativity and innovation, right? So innovation, if we want to relate it with some keywords, then innovation is something new, something out of the box, something which makes the people astonished. Okay, something unusual. Okay, apart from routine. All these are the keywords which are there for innovation. Now, how can your innovative idea can turn into invention? Is it worth that your idea is able to convert into an invention? The answer to this question are the three words here. So your innovation can be converted into invention if it is possible, feasible, and acceptable. So this possibility, feasibility, and acceptability is to be evaluated first. So any of the innovative idea is to be evaluated on these three grounds so that it can be converted into invention. Now, what are the examples? Now, sometimes the ideas are innovative but not possible. What is the example? If I propose an idea that I will develop a car which will run without fuel. Okay, without fuel means without any fossil fuel, without solar, without electricity, without battery. I'm proposing. Now, this is very innovative. Everybody would get astonished. Okay, everybody will think that this is a new concept. But is that possible? Because running an engine without any kind of fuel, not electricity, not battery power, it is a PMM, right? Perpetual motion machine, which is not possible. So your idea will be innovative, but it will not be possible. Then there are some ideas which are possible but not feasible. Okay. Then some idea is there which is possible, but the cost is so high that nobody would do it. Okay. Okay. You are proposing a flying car, the car which we can fly. You will fit a thrust engine or the aeroplane engine in a car. But what will be the cost of the car then? Okay. It would be in crores, which is not feasible. Okay. Then acceptability. Now some ideas are possible also, feasible also, but acceptable नहीं होते वो जिस जो यूजर्स है अगर आप जिनके लिए डिजाइन कर रहे हैं they don't accept that ideas, right? So there are n number of products you can see on YouTube there जिसको कस्टमर ने एक्सेप्ट नहीं किया. They are possible, they are feasible, but they are not acceptable due to n number of reasons. The one example by which you can understand all the three factors very clearly is that a decade ago there was an idea proposed for using water as a car fuel. Okay, now water as a car fuel is an innovative idea, no doubt, it is innovation. But if we want to convert this innovation into invention, We have to answer about possibility, feasibility, and acceptability. Now, first of all, possibility. Is that possible? Yes, conceptually it is possible because we all have witnessed the steam engines, the railway engines running on the steam. So the thing is, it is possible to use water as a fuel. We have to heat the water, convert it to steam, then we will have one steam engine which will be run by that steam. Okay, so idea is possible. Answer to possibility is yes. Now feasibility. Now someone says, yes, it is possible in the railway steam engines, but is it possible in the car? Oh, then the answer is yes or no, maybe, right? So some students from some engineering college developed a prototype they developed a small car of the size of our laptop, and they have installed a small steam engine on that prototype. And in that steam engine, they fill up the water, they heat the water get converted into steam, and eventually that small prototype is successful. It was running. So the answer to feasibility is yes. Now what about acceptability? Now when it came to acceptability, some concepts related to physics, some concepts related to human comfort became a barrier, due to which the acceptability of this innovative concept was not possible. Now what is the barrier? Now we know that the boiling point of water is 100 degrees, right? So at 100 degrees, steam starts generating. Okay, the water is converted into steam. That process starts at 100 degree. The steam which is required to run an engine is called a superheated steam. Its temperature is somewhere about 160 to 180 degrees Celsius. Okay. Now, if we install this engine in our car, will the person sitting in the car be comfortable at such temperature? Even if we take the half of the temperature, so half of 160 is 80 degrees Celsius. Are we comfortable sitting at a place where ambient temperature is 80 degrees Celsius? No. Okay. We need an AC when the temperature crosses 45 degrees Celsius. We become uncomfortable. So the acceptability was an issue, due to which this innovation was not able to be converted into invention. Fine. Then there are other issues, n number of corrosion of parts, this, that. Now still the research is going on. In any way in the near future, if the acceptability issue is solved, then we can see the water driven cars running on the road, right? So this is the major difference between innovation and invention. Now in TRIZ, as we said, our aim is to achieve an invention as an outcome of problem solving activity. So what are the various levels of invention? What are the various levels of inventive solution? So there are 5 levels, as you can see on the screen. So level 1 is the standard or routine changes. Now I will make you understand all the 5 levels of inventive solution with a common example of taking a car, as you are all familiar with the technologies in the car. So talking about the level 1 changes or level 1 inventions, it comprises of standard or routine changes. So if you make some routine changes in the car, right? You change the shape, you change the headlights, थोड़ा सा उसका curvature change कर दिया, appearance change कर दिया, then your, let's say, Alto 800 model will become Alto 800 plus. Okay, but there are only routine changes. So such inventions are called as level 1 inventions, where you are not adding any value, just you are doing the routine changes. Now, what is the level 2? If you are improving something or you are adding some features, then it will not be level 1 invention, it will be level 2 invention. Now, what is called as addition of features? Now, if in a normal car, in the next upcoming model, you are adding a sunroof, or you are adding a power steering, okay, or you are adding some feature, power window, okay, or AC vent at the back. So these are the examples of level 2 inventions. Then next level is inventions within paradigm. Now within paradigm means within the present technology. We are talking about car. So in the car, within the area of the car, are you doing some new inventions? So the example to these level 3 inventions are some technologies which are related to car. So there are cruise control, anti-lock braking system, then collision prevention systems, anti-collision systems. Okay, all these are airbags. Okay, all these are the technologies which are example of level 3 inventions which are within paradigm. Now, what are level 4 inventions? If you are making some invention beyond the paradigm, okay, paradigm का आप cross कर रहे हो, you are not thinking about car only, you are thinking about something else. Okay, so if you are making an amphibious vehicle, right, the vehicle which can go to the coast, then it convert to boat, then वो अपना सी को पार कर लेगा, then दूसरे तरफ जाके it will be reconverted into a terrain vehicle. So this is called as invention beyond paradigm. So this is called as level 4 invention. And final level 5 invention is the new system, new technology, or the patentable inventions. So this is the top level of invention which is always desired by us. So that we can find the patent and we can earn money out of it in the form of royalty or other methods. So what should be our ultimate outcome for any type of problem solving? We should get a level 5 invention so that we can patent it. So whenever we will keep our target as level 5, we will achieve any kind of invention by our problem solving, which is a good thing. Even if we achieve a level 1 invention by our problem solving, it is fine. Okay. Then coming to our topic, TRIZ. So TRIZ is another way of lateral thinking, and it is based on two basic principles as you can see on the screen. So first principle is somebody sometime somewhere has already solved your problem or one problem similar to it. So you need not finding a solution from scratch. First try to explore that is there any ready-made solution available for some problem like this or similar to this, and if that solution is available then don't hunt for a new solution because it will unnecessarily consume your time, efforts and money. So we will find one similar solution first. If we are not able to find that solution, then we will start from scratch. So first principle is somewhere, sometime, somebody has already solved your problem. So you find that solution. And second point is don't accept the contradictions, resolve them. Now there are many contradictions in industrial problem solving. We know that industry parameters are resisting to each other. They are never complementing each other. Like we talk about quality and cost. So if quality will increase, cost will increase. And what will be our desire? That we want maximum quality with minimum cost. So this is contradiction. Now there are n number of such contradictions which are to be resolved before solving the industrial problem. Now understanding TRIZ. So use the defect as a resource to solve the problem. Creativity means finding that solution, which solution which is already there for a similar problem and adapting it to the current problem. Now, if you are having a small scale steel industry and you are facing some problem in one of your furnace, okay, then how will you search the solution for the problem? You will find a similar industry. Let's say you find a Tata Steel in your locality, Tata Steel industry, which is a large scale industry. Now, can their solution be directly applied to your industry? The answer is no. If they are having some problem in machine, they have a huge maintenance department of 10 people because they are large scale industry. And in your small scale industry, there is no such maintenance staff. So you cannot apply directly the solution of Tata Steel to your particular industry. There is need of adaptation. Okay, there is need of adaptation. So you have to adapt that solution. You have to modify that solution to fit into your system. So TRIZ is an evolving open-ended system for enhancing the human inventiveness. This I am talking about. So TRIZ is the method which enhances the inventiveness of the problem solving. So TRIZ is an evolving open-ended system for enhancing the human inventiveness through systematic identification of problems and ideal solutions. And second, by adapting the approaches which worked in the other areas. So as I said, we cannot directly apply the solution of Tata Steel to our small scale industry, steel industry. Okay, so we have to adapt that solution, modify that solution, and make it tailor made as per our situation. And then we have to apply that solution in our particular area. Then we will talk about ideal final result, which is abbreviated as IFR, and the ideality. So what can be the ideal final result for any of our problem? See, IFR is an imagined ultimate outcome. It is an imaginary situation. So what will be my ideal solution for any problem? It will be a solution in which my effort of time, money is zero. Okay, there will be zero cost for the solution, for the implementation of solution. There will not be any harmful effects. Okay, and there will be no effort made to solve the problem. That will be my ideal solution, which I can term as IFR. Now IFR can be achieved or not. So frankly speaking, in industrial problem, there the IFR can never be achieved. IFR is the solution which is imaginary solution which is of no cost and no harmful effect. So it is impossible to achieve such kind of solution. But we can achieve some solution which is near to this. Okay, near to IFR. Okay, so this approach is called as ideality. So ideality is an approach by which your solution becomes nearer to the ideal final solution. Okay, so if we can take the example that some machine is there, let's say, what is the problem of our industry? That machine is making noise. Okay, now the solution is lubrication. Okay, now is the lubrication is IFR? No, because lubrication will have some cost, some effort, some time to be invested so that the machine noise will be prevented. So the approach is to take this solution nearer to the IFR. Okay, and a system performs a function without existing and without introducing new resources. This is ideal condition. Okay, we are not adding something, we are not making any effort, and our problem will be solved. That is IFR. But our solution will not be IFR, but it will be nearer to IFR. That should be our motive. Then IFR has four following characteristics. So these are the four characteristics of IFR. I will explain every characteristic with one example. So first characteristic is it eliminates the deficiency of original system. Okay, so whenever we apply some solution to the problem, it should eliminate the deficiency of original system, means the state as of now. So if you are applying any solution to the existing technology, it should eliminate the deficiencies of original system. As I said, if you apply lubricant, there should be no noise. Okay. Second characteristic is it should preserve the advantages of original system. Okay. For this, we can take the example of Android apps, right? There are n number of apps, and every within some days you get a new version of the app. Okay. Those who keep their auto update on the app gets updated automatically. So sometimes it is observed that the new version of app is updated. It's okay, there are some additional features, but some of the good features which were there in the previous version are vanished. Okay, that functions also got vanished with the newer update. So this should not be done. Your ideal final result should preserve the advantages of original system. So eliminating the disadvantages is okay, but we should preserve the advantages. Then third characteristic is it does not make the system more complicated. Okay. So for updating the machine, for updating the systems, for updating the software, the newer version, the newer machine, the newer software should not be very complicated. Otherwise, you have to unnecessarily train your employees to operate that system or operate that machine. Okay, and final characteristic is fourth characteristic, that is it does not introduce new disadvantages into the system. So for this we can have a very basic domestic example. If there is some kind of robbery in your house, okay, worth rupees 25 to 50,000, 50,000 की आपके घर में लूट हो गई, ओके, चोरी हो गई, उससे बचाने के लिए आपने एक कुत्ता पाला एज ए सोल्यूशन, दैट अब ये कुत्ता पालने से हमारे यहाँ चोरी नहीं होगी, बट अब उस कुत्ते का महीने का खर्चा 25,000 रुपए है. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड एज इंट्रोड्यूसिंग न्यू डिसएडवांटेजेस टू द सिस्टम. ओके, एक प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व तो किया, लेकिन अब नए प्रॉब्लम्स खड़े हो गए. So our ideal final result is this. Now what is ideality? So each system performs useful and harmful function. ऐसा कोई सिस्टम नहीं है कि जो अच्छी ही चीजें करेगा, उसके कुछ ना कुछ harmful functions भी होंगे, ठीक है. And TRIZ follows the algorithm to maximize the ideality. Now what is ideality? This is the formula for ideality. You can see here, it is the ratio of advantages upon disadvantages plus cost of the idea of your solution. So how can we maximize this ratio? Either we can maximize the numerator or we can minimize the denominator. Okay. Or if both are getting increased, then rate of increase of numerator should be more than rate of increase of denominator. Okay. So ideality measures the progress towards the IFR. How far is your solution from the IFR and how it can proceed towards IFR. That measure is called as ideality ratio. Then challenge case. Now this is a case which is very familiar. You may heard this before, but anyways. So the case is customer are complaining about the blank boxes of protein bar. Okay, so protein bar is there in one box, and the customer are mistakenly getting empty boxes sometimes. So they feel cheated. So as of now, manual inspectors are currently doing their job. तो आप जैसे ही आपको कंप्लेंट मिला, आपने एक इंस्पेक्टर वहां पे खड़ा कर दिया, हु विल चेक एवरी बॉक्स के उसके अंदर प्रोटीन बार है या नहीं. ओके, सो मैनुअल इंस्पेक्टर आर डूइंग द जॉब, but one primary proposal came within the industry that you should install a video inspection system worth rupees 2.5 to 4 lakhs. ओके, सो वो जो सिस्टम हमारे रेलवे स्टेशन पे लगा होता है जिसके अंदर हमारा लगेज चेक होता है, it scans the box and the display will be there on one screen and one person will monitor कि उस box के अंदर protein bar है या नहीं. Okay, so this was a high return project but capital is not available. So boss denied the idea. He said that's a great idea but find another way. Now here the boss denied the idea because of cost, but there is still one problem. I will show you. Okay, first we will see the IFR. What can be our IFR or what can be our ultimate result? Our final goal is we don't want any box to be empty. That's only our problem is. हमारा एक ही पर्पस है कि कोई भी बॉक्स प्रोटीन बार के बिना ना जाए, उसके हर एक बॉक्स के अंदर प्रोटीन बार होना चाहिए, कस्टमर तक ना जाए ताकि हमको कंप्लेंट ना आए. And what are the resources we have? So we will try to use the defect as a resource, which is one of the prime foundation of TRIZ. We will use defect as a resource. Now we will first see the proposal given by the industry person. So proposal was such kind of machine, okay, from where one side the box will enter, it will scan and the output will be on screen. So one person will observe on the screen that whether the protein bar is inside the box or not. Okay, and if the box is empty, he will detect that it is empty. Now what are the pros and cons of this system? First of all, cost is huge. Okay, 2.5 to 4 lakhs का एक machine है. Now presently one manual inspector is checking every box कि उसमें वो अपना physically वहाँ खड़ा है और हर एक box को देख रहा है. अब ये सिस्टम लगा के कोई फायदा नहीं हो रहा. स्टिल देयर इज अ रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ एन इंस्पेक्टर हु विल मॉनिटर द स्क्रीन. मींस ऐसा नहीं हो गया दैट यू मेड द सिस्टम ह्यूमन लेस. ओके, ऑटोमेटिक नहीं कर दिया आपने, स्टिल मशीन में से भी पास हो रहा है तो स्क्रीन पे देखने के लिए आपको एक स्टाफ चाहिए वहां पे, ठीक है। अब फर्क इतना है जस्ट दैट मैनुअल इंस्पेक्टर हु वाज स्टैंडिंग देयर एंड चेकिंग फिजिकली, नाउ ही इज सिटिंग ऑन अ चेयर एंड इंस्पेक्टिंग ऑन द स्क्रीन. Okay, so these are the limitations of the idea. Now, what can be the idea? Now, this is a creative solution. This you may have heard about this earlier. Okay, so now as there is a conveyor belt, the boxes are coming. Inside the boxes, there should be a protein bar. Now, our final purpose is there should not be any empty boxes delivered to the customer. So, what will happen? We will install a blower like this near the conveyor line, and we will set the airflow in such a way that the empty boxes will blown away from this particular conveyor belt, and the boxes which are filled will remain intact. So by applying this solution, now the cost of such blower may hardly be 10 to 15,000. Okay, and what was the cost of the next competitive idea? It was 2.5 to 4 lakhs. So here we have saved the cost and achieved the final result. Now can we term this idea as IFR? Because IFR has no cost, right? This has cost, but this idea is at least near to the IFR. Okay, near to the zero. That idea was of 2.5 to 4 lakhs, which was very far away from the zero cost, and this is costing 10 to 15,000, which is fine. So we are not achieving the ideal final result, but we are achieving the solution which is nearer to the IFR. I hope you understood this. Now we will come to TRIZ problems. Now this we talked about the first point. Can we use the defect as a resource to solve the problem? Now this is our second point of TRIZ, that don't accept the contradictions, resolve them. Okay. So in industry there are many contradictions. Every problem has one positive effect, has one negative effect. So some of the examples are this. See, DND services are there in our cell phones. Okay. So if we are getting company calls repeatedly, we can switch on our DND service, which is called as do not disturb service, and then we will be prevented from the spam messages or spam calls. Okay. But now you can see this sentence. The blue color is a good aspect of this particular idea, and this red color is the bad aspect. Now, what is the bad aspect of this solution DND service? It also blocks some community or important messages. So if we are getting some messages from community, let's say from some group, or which is important message for us, okay, so that also will be blocked by this DND service. And if we switch off the DND service, then we will get all these spam messages and call. So this is the contradiction. Now we have to resolve this contradiction. The example of other contradiction are, see this, airbags. So we can see that airbags are there nowadays in the car. So as soon as the car dashes somewhere, airbags get deployed, means they get inflated. As soon as they get inflated, it protects the driver or passenger. But more rapidly they deploy, they lock and suffocate the out of reach people. Now you can see in this figure, there are airbags in the front. So rider and pillion will be protected by this airbag. But what will happen? The person sitting on behind, back seat, they are not equipped with airbag, so they will suffocate, okay, and get locked. They will be unable to get out of the car. Okay, so one is the positive aspect of the idea, one is negative aspect of the idea. So this is called as contradiction. We have to resolve this contradiction. One more is there. Cell phone networks should have excellent coverage so that users should have strong signals. Now, if we want strong signals, the number of towers should be increased. They are directly proportional, right? Good signal, more number of towers. But what we expect, good signal, best signal with lesser number of towers. Why lesser number of towers? Because density of cell phone towers in a particular area increases the radiation, which is bad for the health. So again, this is a contradiction. Now we have to resolve this contradiction, because trees say that don't accept the contradiction, resolve it. Now how we will resolve it? Trees will do it for us. Okay. So starting with trees, first of all, we have 39 trees features. Okay. What are these 39 trace features? We will see. We have features like, just I will enlist some of them. Weight of moving object, length of stationary object, volume of moving object, speed of object, power, temperature, strength, quality of substance, reliability, ease of manufacturing, ease of repair, difficulty of detection, productivity. So these are 39 TRIZ features. Now what TRIZ does, we have to identify which features are present in our particular problem. So first, as we know, what we should have a well-defined problem. We should have a well-drafted problem statement. From that problem statement, we will find out of these 39 features, how many TRIZ features are involved. Okay, and we will note it down. Then after 39 TRIZ features, we have 39 by 39 contradiction matrix. Okay, so there is 39 features on columns, 39 features on row. So I will display you the TRIZ matrix. Okay, so you can see this is the TRIZ matrix. Okay, where there are 39 features on the row which are of green color, so they are improving feature. So these features are getting improved row wise, and the same 39 features are getting deteriorate or getting worse column wise. So this is the worsening feature, this is the improving feature. Okay, now if we can say, if the weight of the car is increased, speed will decrease. Agree? So weight of the moving object, that is car, is the improving feature here, and the speed, that is factor number 9, is the worsening feature here. So this is the contradiction, 1 versus 9. Okay, weight of moving object versus speed. Weight of moving object is increasing, speed is decreasing. So this contradiction will be resolved by this matrix. This complete matrix is 39 by 39 matrix. Okay, I will share this matrix to you, and you can get this matrix in the link also. Okay, so how it is resolved? This is resolved by this solution. This matrix provides us the solution in the form of numbers. What are these numbers? 2, 8, 15, 38. And these numbers are basically 40 Altschuler's principle. So first there are 39 trace features. Then there is 39 by 39 contradiction matrix. And the solution of that matrix, solution we get from that matrix, are in the form of Altschuler's 40 principles. So these are the 40 principles of Altschuler. Okay, and you can have the description of all these principles, and these principles are the area in which you will get your solution. These are not direct solutions. These are the way of getting the solution. Okay, we will see in further slides how we solve this problem. Okay, now we will have one problem as a trial. So problem statement is, you can see in the screen, there is a mountaineering gear, basically a mountaineering backpack, okay, which is mounted on the back of the mountaineer when he is climbing the mountain. Okay, the problem statement is that gear should be strong but not heavy. Now there are two requirements which are obviously a contradiction. फर्स्ट वी वांट इट टू बी स्ट्रांग सो दैट वो कभी चढ़ते वक्त फटना नहीं चाहिए या टूटना नहीं चाहिए बैग. ओके, and second, it should not be heavy, because if it will be heavy, there will be an extra baggage on the shoulder of the mountaineer, which will increase his or her difficulties while climbing the mountain. So what should be done? Now this is a contradiction. It should be strong also, but it should be lightweight also. Now we know whatever the materials we are aware of, if we want to improve the strength of material, that material will be heavy. Okay, if you compare plastic and metal, किसकी स्ट्रेंथ ज्यादा है? मेटल की. बट किसका वेट ज्यादा है? मेटल का. ठीक है, सो जिसकी स्ट्रेंथ ज्यादा है उसका वेट ज्यादा है, बट हमारा रिक्वायरमेंट है स्ट्रेंथ शुड बी मोर, वेट शुड बी लेस. नाउ दिस प्रॉब्लम वी विल ट्राई टू सॉल्व इट बाय applying TRIZ. Okay, now first of all we will identify the contradictions. So what contradictions we identified? It is the problem of strength versus weight. So strength is the improving feature and weight is the worsening feature. Now we will find this feature in our 39 by 39 matrix, which earlier I have displayed to you. Okay, so look at the list of the feature and identify those important to your contradiction. So we identify feature number 14, strength, as an improving feature, and we identified feature number 2, weight, as a worsening feature, means deteriorating feature. Okay, why feature 2? Because we are assuming that it is weight of stationary object. Bag is stationary object. Don't consider that it is mounted on the back of the mountaineer and mountaineer is moving, so bag is moving. It is not like that. A bag, simply we have to concentrate on the bag, so it is stationary object. It has no moving parts. Okay, so our worsening feature is 2 and our improving feature is 14. So 14 versus 2 becomes the clash, and the solution to this is this. You can see in the enclosed box. So the solution is 40, 26, 27, 1. Now what are the solutions? So these solutions are: number 1 is segmentation, then copying, then cheap short living, then composite material. So these are the 4 areas where you will get your solution, and that solution will resolve this contradiction. Okay, so we have to brainstorm कि इन चारों में से मुझे किस चीज पर जाना है. So we can start with segmentation. We have to understand first what is segmentation. Okay, then there is composite material also. So do we think of some other materials, some alloys, some ACP panel, some other material which is lighter in weight and greater in strength. So in this way, this particular solution will be provided by TRIZ matrix, and these solutions are not direct solution, but these are the brainstorming areas from where we can get our solution. Okay. Then we will learn about some principles. For rest of the principles, these are the Altshuler principles. So there are 40 principles. Some of them I will explain here, and rest of I will share the link with you. So what segmentation has, that you divide an object into independent parts. So you can say that replace mainframe computer by personal computer, replace large truck by truck and trailer, use a work breakdown structure for a large project. Okay, so we always make WBS for large project. If the project is of year, then we divide it into small activities so that it becomes easier for us to manage. Okay, so the examples of this is modular furniture, quick disconnect joint in plumbing. Okay, you can see many things which are nowadays folding जिसको बोलते हैं. Okay, so if there is your bed, you open all the nut bolts, your bed will be disassembled and it is easier to transport. So that is called as segmentation. Now why the idea of segmentation was provided by TRIZ matrix? That can that mountaineering bag have some dejectable parts which when there is no use we can disassemble it. Okay, and if there is no use in that particular trip, the weight of the bag will be reduced. Extra some extra compartments, some extra chains, some extra pouches, if we can deject it out. Okay, then second principle is taking out. Now it means separate an interfering part from an object and keep only necessary part with you. Now the example of this was window air conditioner, which your generation probably have not witnessed somewhere, but still you can see in some older buildings or some government offices where there is a window air conditioner. So inside a window there is the frame from which we get cold air, and exactly behind that particular air conditioner unit there is a compressor. So what can be the disadvantages? Disadvantages may be about efficiency of air conditioner, because जहाँ ठंडी हवा फेंक रहे हैं उसी के पीछे गर्म हवा का compartment है, because of which your cooling get affected. Second, if your room is cooled, what about the corridor? Because exactly behind your window there is a corridor from where the persons are passing by. So they have to face that hot air blow there, right? So what is the principle of taking out that? What is the interfering part, that is compressor? You separate it out from your AC unit. So nowadays the ACs which you are aware of, which are there in the room, so we can see that there is just a cooling panel installed in our room. So it is called as half of the AC in the terms of refrigeration air conditioning. So it is having evaporator with you here, evaporator and capillary, and half, that is compressor and condenser, which is hot part of the AC. It is installed away from the room, okay, somewhere near the terrace or somewhere on the loft. Okay, it is installed there so that it does not interfere the efficiency of the AC also and the other part of your building also. So that split part of AC is never installed on the corridor or somewhere else. It is generally there in the lofts or the terrace part of the building. Okay. Then you can see that use fiber optics or a light pipe to separate hot light source from location where the light is needed. So there are many. Use the sound of barking dog without the dog as a burglar alarm. Now, if you want to, what we can say, have the alarm of dog, then why to, what we can say, why to have a dog at our home? We can have one device which will create a noise of a dog. So the interfering part was the dog. So we take out the dog from the system, and whatever the advantages of dog we want, we created it with some another creative manner by recording the dog's voice. That there can be many examples. Then this is one of the principal nested doll. Now you have seen such Chinese dolls. There a doll inside a doll, doll inside a doll of various sizes. So from this concept, we get an idea of placing one object inside the another, either to save the space or to reduce the length, or what we can save the area, save the volume. There can be many requirements. Okay, so now you know about the 39 into 39 contradiction matrix. Now there is a feature called as length. Now if you want something long, okay, something, if you want something long, but you have to save the space also. Okay, so you can use such telescopic ladder, like, so telescopic ladder का length होता है 15 feet. So you can climb 15 feet by using that ladder. But when it is not in use, it is telescopic, like one inside another. तो वो सारी ladder एक दूसरे के अंदर घुस के you will have the final closed ladder of 2 feet only. Okay, तो 15 feet का ladder आपका 2 feet का हो गया by the concept of nested doll. ओके, सेम विद दैट ब्लाइंड मैन स्टिक. एक जो अंधा एक इंसान रहता है जो हम मूवीज में देखते हैं, उसके हाथ में एक स्टिक होती है. सो व्हेन ही इज यूजिंग द स्टिक, दैट स्टिक इज 3 to 4 feet लॉन्ग, बट व्हेन इट इज नॉट इन यूज, इट गेट फोल्डेड, राइट, और फोल्ड होके इतनी छोटी हो जाती है कि आप उसको अपने जेब में रख सकते हैं. So this is called as the concept of nested doll. So such concepts are 40. Okay, such 40 concepts are provided by Altshuler's, where you can get the idea to solve your contradiction. And what is the ultimate purpose of TRIZ? That you should come up with some kind of invention, any level of invention. Hopefully, it should be patented if it is new, if it is what we can say, satisfying all the condition of getting registered for the patent, then your idea should be patented. And once the idea is patented, you can monetize it. Okay, you can get royalty of it. You can commercialize it. So closing the topic of TRIZ with one problem. Okay, now this is a holistic problem. Okay, so I am reading it out. A hatchback car is to be designed for a new model. So there is a hatchback car, जिसको हम बोलते हैं small cars, economic cars. We would need the larger legroom for passengers. Now what is the requirement? As it is the hatchback car, we want larger legroom. But if we increase the legroom, it will increase the car size, which will have adverse effect on other parameters. जैसे mileage है, okay, speed है. If the length of car increases or the size of car increases, it will have adverse impact. So on the basis of this problem statement, I have listed out some of the improving feature, worsening feature. These are just the example. You can have a long list of improving feature and long list of worsening feature. It is not like that only these are the improving and these are the worsening feature. But as of now, I have found out improving feature as area of moving object. I have to increase the area, legroom matlab area, and volume also. Okay. Apart from legroom, the height of the vehicle should also be there. So I have taken two features, that is area of moving object and volume of moving object. What are the worsening feature? If we increase these two, then length of moving object will increase, weight of moving object will increase, speed will decrease, shape will decrease, means uska quality worse हो जाएगा, power will decrease, reliability will decrease. Okay, so as of now, if I take two improving feature and six worsening feature, so my problem becomes 2 into 6, 12 combinations. So I have to select 12 problems, 12 contradictions from the TRIZ matrix, and I will have 12 solutions. Okay, not 12 solutions, 12 group of solutions. And then I will find out the common solutions and will try to solve this problem holistically. So you can have this problem to be solved by using TRIZ matrix. Okay, and I hope you are. Then there is one TRIZ web tool where you can go to the website and have your solutions directly without using the matrix. Thank you. I hope you understood the topic. Have a nice day.